I've been buying luxury handbags for over 13 years, and in that time I have bought over 100 luxury handbags, and I am a self-confessed crossbody bag wearing lover. I love the ease of just putting a bag across me and being hands-free and being able to go about my business and my day. But in that time, I have bought some fabulous crossbody bags and some terrible crossbody bags. Ones that I really thought were going to work, but there was something about them that just made the bag impractical, didn't work. Something about it drove me crazy. And in this video, I am going to share with you, in my opinion, some of the best and some of the worst crossbody bags that you can buy. Now, spoiler alert, there are more in this video on the worst side than there are on the best side. And just because the brand has caught on to the fact that we consumers love to be hands-free and be able to wear a bag crossbody, and they add a crossbody strap to said bag, does not mean that's going to be a good crossbody bag. I have fallen victim to that. And the brand has released the bag with the crossbody strap, and I've thought, oh, see, it's going to be a fabulous crossbody bag. That's going to work great. No, it doesn't. Just because they put the crossbody strap on it doesn't mean it's going to work crossbody. So what I'm going to do is share with you as we go through this list the themes of why I think these bags are great for crossbody or why I think they're terrible. Meaning that if you're moving forward and going to buy a bag from any brand, you will be able to carry through these themes to whatever that bag is and think to yourself, well, that does this and that has that, so maybe that would work, maybe that wouldn't work. And hopefully that will make purchasing crossbody bags that little bit more informed. One of the big considerations for me when I am buying a crossbody bag is how heavy it is, because I have an old shoulder injury, and when I wear bags crossbody for any length of time, even the smallest of bags, my shoulders will really start to ache, and I can't always wear them for a very long period of time. I will quite often end up taking them off, carrying them by the chain, or putting them into my shopping bag, and that's bags that aren't even that heavy. I've mentioned that before in videos, and the lovely people at Bob and Brad reached out to me and said, we're going to send you something to help with that. And they did. They sent me this little guy. This is the A7 mini massage gun. I've had him in my life now for over a month, and I can tell you that we are in a loving and committed relationship. I now wonder why I didn't buy one of these earlier. What this is it's just a little tiny mini gun that is quite light, it's quite small, it's easy to carry with you. I've been taking this to the office with me a lot. A lot of my day job I will spend sitting at my desk at my computer hunched over. And anybody that spends their time hunched over a computer like this, shoulders will ache. I take this with me, and I normally keep it on the circle when I'm going to work, which is this one. Turn it on, and I just give it a bit of that. Oh, and I either sit at my desk and I massage my shoulders like this. If I've been shopping during the day, I take this out and I give my shoulders a go. I get migraines, you can put it up your neck, although there's a better attachment for that I will show you. This I just think is great, and I think I'm committed to this little guy now. This has 5 different speed settings, so you can make it work stronger, faster for you. My husband has been using this. He trains still in the morning. He will normally use this on a faster setting than me, and you'll see him working it up and down the bigger muscle groups, and he'll have it going quicker. This is made by 2 people called Bob and Brad. Funny enough, they have over 60 years experience as physical therapists. They have designed this to work for people that have these aches and pains and muscle pains and need a little bit of physiotherapy but can't get there all the time, so you have this at home little gun to put into your muscle groups. They've been going for more than 13 years. It's great. It comes with all of these different attachments. This one is supposed to be for your leg. I have been using this. It's really easy to change out. You just pop this one out and spin it off. Put this one in. And I've been using this one that's meant to be for your leg, for the neck muscles. If anybody else gets migraines, these muscles down your neck when you get a headache, if they're getting to be sore, you can then feel the pain moving up into your head. So I've been using that one up and down my neck muscles just to eve them out. I think it's great. It comes with this little booklet, and it will give you instructions as to what piece, what adaptation you should use. There's a few different ones, what muscle group they're for, how long you should put it on, what direction you should do to get the best out of it. All of that is in this little manual. For me, it's actually been really helpful. I'm going to leave a link to it down below in the description box for you, and thank you to Bob and Brad for sending this to me. I actually think for me, with the pains that I get, this has been a really good addition into my life. Let's start with the worst crossbody bags, and a big consideration on the Chanel Classic Flap is the weight. I can't wear this really crossbody for any real length of time. This is a full leather bag. It does have the double flap inside, which adds to the weight of this bag. When I wear this crossbody, I will feel this pull of my shoulder really, really quickly, and it will get uncomfortable really, really quickly. Although I do think it looks great crossbody, it's just not the most comfortable bag to wear. Mine is only comfortable at all to wear crossbody. Mine is now a great crossbody length because I sent the bag away to get the chain altered. This comes with a, in my opinion, really awkward chain length if you want to wear this bag crossbody. I don't think the Classic Flap is meant to be worn crossbody. The chain length that it comes without being extended, I am 5'1", but I'm not the skinniest person in the world. I'm curvy. It's sat about here. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not a good look on me. So unless you're very petite, the crossbody length of this isn't going to work for very many people unless you send it away and get it extended. It's heavy, it's awkward, and it's just not a great crossbody bag. If you're going to buy one of these and you want the option to use it crossbody, I think the only way to make it usable is to consider sending it and getting your chain extended, because it makes it sit at a much better length. I can now wear this either across me with something very light on like I have today, or I can wear this over a suit jacket and a coat, an overcoat over it, because the length now works. But it's that as well adds to the weight. That's also awkward to get in and out of. So if you're wearing it across you, you lift that one up and then you lift that one up as well. So as much as I think the Classic Flap's a beautiful classic bag, and for me, extending the chain has made it much more usable than it was before, I still don't think it's one of the best crossbody bags. In fact, I think it's one of the worst. Number 2, the Dior saddle bag. This bag's not meant to be crossbody. It's not designed to be crossbody. It's a top handle bag. It's either a bag to put under your shoulder like this or to carry crossbody. This is one of the examples we were talking about earlier where the brand has now gathered that we all like to wear things crossbody, and the saddle bag now comes with a crossbody strap. Don't be fooled. It doesn't really work. It will work for some people. Obviously, there's always exceptions and things that will work for other people, but generally, crossbody and this bag is not great. This doesn't suddenly become detachable. It doesn't suddenly become flat. It doesn't sit well. There is a way to attach the strap to it which makes it sit better than if you just attach it and it really sticks up, and you can play about with it and make it sit a bit better. But it's not a great crossbody bag. It's not, and it's heavy as well if you get the full leather version, so you will feel this on your shoulder. It's not the easiest bag to get in and out of crossbody. I have worn mine crossbody and I will put the picture in and you will see this still getting in the way. I think these are really cool bags. I really like the saddle bag, but if you're looking at it and you're considering it as a primary way to wear this as a crossbody bag, really, really go in and try it in store. Be careful. You can get these at really good price resale, and I will link whatever bags I can find down below. But if you're going to buy it resale, either buy it from somewhere you can return it or go and try it on first in the store, because if you're thinking of this as a crossbody bag, it's just not that easy to wear, and it's this sticking up when you wear it crossbody, and this is somewhere, it's not that flattering, it's not that comfortable, it's not that usable. It's really not a great crossbody bag. I think it's a great bag, but if your primary role is crossbody, maybe not. Sticking with Dior, and it's the Lady Dior, and I know a lot of people love this bag. It's not the easiest bag to wear crossbody. It's not the most accessible, and I don't think it's the most flattering. Now, this is the mini version. The mini version, I think, is easier and better to wear crossbody than the small, medium or large versions. I used to have the small in this bag, but I sold it because I never used it. It did come with a crossbody strap. There's that false sense of security again, but it didn't really sit that well. It felt on me, and this was in the small size, bulky. It felt awkward. It felt like it looked big crossbody. The thing with the straps on the Lady Dior is they do this, or you can set them against your body to make it crossbody like that. You can't put them down flat. So when you're wearing this crossbody, you will have to have at least this one up against your body. That one can sit down like that if you don't mind that sticking out and looking rather ridiculous. Both of them, really, you're going to have sitting up. So let me put the strap on this to make it easier. Now that the strap is on this and you can see it crossbody, you can see what I mean, that the handles have to stick up when you wear it. Now this is the mini size. So it's not the biggest of a deal in the mini size. And when the bag looks like this with these sequins and this design, you kind of get past it. But it's not the easiest crossbody bag to use. If you can imagine, that's the mini. So size up in that. And you will have sized up in your bag. Your bag will be bigger, boxier, and your handles will come up even higher and be sitting into you. It's not the easiest bag. And then to use it, if you have it crossbody and you want to get into it, you need to get this out of the way. And then you need to lift this flap up out of the way like this. And then you're getting in here. So as well as dealing with the handle that doesn't want to cooperate, you're lifting up the flap out of the way, which is awkward enough, I see. And then you're getting in and out of there to get your stuff. So as much as the Lady Dior is a very iconic bag, and there are versions of it, case in point, that are simply stunning. Stunning, stunning, beautiful bags. It works better as a handheld. I think it's a top handle bag that a crossbody strap was added to make it wearable, make it usable, but maybe isn't the best use of the bag. And you will see on Instagram influencers wearing the Lady Dior crossbody and they will look fabulous. But it's styled in a certain way, and some people will make it look fabulous. It's a beautiful bag. It's just not the easiest to use, and doesn't sit the best whenever you're wearing it crossbody. So if you're looking at crossbodies, think about things like where the straps go. The same applies to this as does, hold on, saddle bag. If it's a top handle bag that has had a strap added onto it, think about when you try it on, where does the top handle strap go? Where does it sit? Just bear that in mind. Number 4, Louis Vuitton capucines in whichever size you want. It's not a great crossbody bag. It's not what it's made for. And I think it's a beautiful bag, but I have openly said before, it's really awkward if you get it in the mini size. It's difficult to use. Make that crossbody. I'll reach out the straps and we'll play with these. Not the best way to use this bag. Let's start with the BB. It's too big. It's too bulky. It is an elegant bag. I don't think it looks great crossbody. I'm going to put the strap on this and show it to you. When I was buying this is one of the arty capucines, which is where Louis Vuitton do a collaboration with an artist and release a limited edition series of capucines. They used to do it every year. They didn't do it this year. I don't know why. But when I was buying it, the fact that it had a crossbody strap, and one of the promotional marketing photographs was the model wearing this particular bag. This is the one that I wanted with all the colours from the get-go. It's even awkward to get the strap on, but they're not all as awkward as this. It's because it's the arty capucines, the strap's a different type. But when I was watching this or looking at this and originally, and I saw it with the marketing, with the model wearing it crossbody, that gave me comfort. It's what we're talking about when the brand adds a crossbody strap, because back then I was very much in my crossbody bag era. Every bag had to be able to be worn crossbody or I wouldn't even consider it. Now, I have evolved slightly since then. I now like a top handle. I now like a bag that you don't wear crossbody, but back then every bag had to go. And I thought, oh well look, it has the crossbody strap, it's going to be fine. It's not fine, what do you see? This I just think is big, it's bulky. I don't think it's made to be worn like that. I just, like, you could do it if you needed to be crossbody. To be completely honest, since I've lost weight, it looks a bit better crossbody than it used to. I've lost around about 2 stone over the last year or so. When I was even bigger, it sat even higher. The handle was even bigger on me. It looked even more kind of up there and not good. It's just not, it's big, it's bulky, it's boxy. And I also don't think the look of this bag works best as a crossbody bag. I think this is a handheld bag. The Capucines for Louis Vuitton is one of their, in their opinion, elevated bags to have. And you really don't do that by adding the crossbody strap to it, I don't think. Also, this is one of the bags that has compartments. So if you're looking for a crossbody bag, generally people looking for a crossbody bag are thinking casual, easy to use. That's not this. A casual, easy to use bag is going to be one with no compartments. You can just throw whatever into the bag and you're not trying to Tetris inside the bag around a flap. This has the middle flap in it, and this is the BB, but it also has it in the bigger sizes. This, or the smaller sizes, sorry. This doesn't move, so you're negotiating with this handle and trying to work your way around it. Then you've got this in the middle, and you've got this front section and that front section. That takes up space. So think about that as well if you're looking at crossbody bags and you want an easy one. Does it have different compartments in it? Because that's not always the easiest. Now, the mini bags. Whew, I love these, but they're awkward as get out. They're just not the easiest bags to use. This is the older version where the strap attaches to here and to here. The newer version, which is this one, has the strap here and here. Now, I've worn both of these crossbody. This one is easier. If you're looking at a mini Capucines and you want to wear a crossbody, try and get the one that has the hooks on the outside. This little tiny difference of design makes it easier to use. It gives it just a little bit more, not much, little bit more movement on the inside. It is still, it's a beautiful bag. Wore it crossbody, forget where I was going, but loved wearing it crossbody, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous bag. One thing's about the Capucines, stunning. But it still has this in the middle. And it still has this, it doesn't get out of your way, it doesn't move, and you have this strap and you don't have much space in there to start with. Do you see? It's quite small. Mini bag, clues in the title. And you're trying to put stuff here and you're trying to put stuff there. Not easy. Not... The mini I do think looks well crossbody. Let me put this one on. This has the strap on the outside, and I think because the proportions of the Capucines are so much smaller in the mini, I think this one looks really well crossbody. I think this one's beautiful. Even with the handle, which I've dissed a lot of other bags for. I get it. It does have the handle, but I just think this is a beautiful bag. I still think it's better handheld because of the handle, because of the way the bag sits, and because of the use of trying to get in and out of that flap and work your things around it. So definitely think about that if you're looking at a crossbody bag that has that design feature. Number 5 is the Louis Vuitton Alma. I know, I'm sorry. The mini size, which is this, or the nano, sorry, sits better crossbody in my opinion. Because it's smaller, it doesn't stick out as much, but it's still a bit of an awkward way to hang, and I'm going to show you these on as well. This is going to be a mammoth video to do this properly. The shape of this just doesn't really lend itself to crossbody wear, and it sits awkwardly. I think I'm just, because this strap's still in front of me, going to be lazy. And we're going to try it on with the Dior strap. It does come with a detachable Louis Vuitton strap, and it is adjustable. So you should be able to get a length on the adjustable strap that works for you. But it still sits awkwardly. It sits out because it's the shape of the bag. It's like a doctor's bag, and it sticks out like this. And how you attach the crossbody to this is there is an extended D-ring on one side here and on the opposite alternative side. So it's hanging from the different, it's not hanging from that, Amelia. It's hanging from the different sides of the bag, on one on the front and one on the back on the opposite side. And it just makes it hang that little bit awkwardly. Also, because this bag has 2 zips, if you're wearing this crossbody, you have to either put the 2 zips, keep them in one place. No, explain that better. Okay. Keep both of the zips, say, down at the bottom like this. So all you're having to do is move one zip out of the around it. I'll take that off because I'm really annoying myself with how awkward that's being. That's better. The handles on this one at least do fall. So if you're wearing this crossbody, the handles on this fall down. But you would need to put the zip both down at the bottom to be able to use it slightly more hands-free. I prefer the look of it with the 2 zips up here. I think that's actually part of the design of the bag. If you wear it like that, you need the 2 hands to open it. It's awkward. Now, it doesn't have compartments in it, so it's easier to get your things in and out. The Alma is a beautiful bag. I used to be very much against it, now I have 3. I just don't think it's a great crossbody bag. I don't think that's what it's made for. I don't think that's how it looks best. And I think if you're buying a crossbody bag, be aware of how the straps attach. So if, for example, they're on opposite sides like this and they're on opposite sides like that as well, it can just make it hang that little bit more awkwardly. It's the same with this. Now this, because it's smaller, is cuter. And let's be honest, when things are cuter, they get away with more. Like my youngest son I'm thinking of. But it still gives you the hanging across you quite awkwardly. Let me show you. So you still have it diagonally. Now you have, because it's smaller, it doesn't sit out as much, but you can still see that it hangs funny. And it hangs funny because one side's on the other side, if you know what I mean. So a really cute bag. I just don't think the best crossbody bag. Number 6 are bucket bags. I don't have any anymore. I used to have the Fendi Montresor and I had a Chanel seasonal bucket bag which was stunning. But I sold it because I never wore it, and the reason I didn't wear it was I was still in my crossbody era. I hadn't adapted to using bags handheld and it just sat too bulky. And I think bucket bags as a whole can be a great everyday bag if you're going to carry them handheld or even on your shoulder. But when you wear them across you, crossbody, they're quite bulky. The shape of the bag being a bucket bag, it is what it says on the tin, it sits out quite a lot. And a lot of them are open so they can get your things in easy enough, but very boxy and very bulky. And I think be aware of that when you're trying it on. Make sure you try this one on, because if you're thinking you could wear it crossbody, I just don't know how many people will love the look of it crossbody because they sit out that much. Number 7 is the Louis Vuitton Petit Mal. Now I don't think anybody is going to think this is winning crossbody bag of the year. It's not what it's designed for, but I am mentioning it because I love these bags. I talk about them a lot and a lot of you guys would message me about the Petit Mal. And the thing is, you need to know is if you're getting one of these and you're going to wear it crossbody, which I do, I have worn those shopping for a full day because I love the bag that much, be prepared to play Tetris. It doesn't open very far, although that does help. But you need to lay your phone down, put your lip gloss on top of it, put one thing in front of it, put one thing in front of it. It has to be organised and methodical about how you put your things in the bag. That's to just use it. But that, when you're hand carrying it and putting it down and opening it isn't just as difficult as when it's on your crossbody. If you're using it crossbody and thinking you'll be able to get in and out of it, plus it has the S-lock. That's another thing to be aware of. Any crossbody bag with the S-lock is not easy to get in and out of. You've got to open the S-lock like this and you have to line it back up to close it. And when you're wearing it crossbody, that can be awkward. So any bag that has that S-lock crossbody, be aware of that. This, if you're hanging it from your crossbody, you open the S-lock, you get this out of the way, and then when you go in, you have to line your stuff up. So if it's crossbody, your stuff all moves and falls and you're having to I've done that on nights out, you're trying to put the things back together to get it in. I will wear it when I go out crossbody because we all know the story. I've dropped that so many times it's chipped to bits. So is it safe basically, and I can be hands free, but it's really out of necessity at that point. It's not because I actually think it's a great bag to wear crossbody. And when I wear it shopping, you've seen that one in a lot of my Paris photos, crossbody, it's because I just love the look of it and I'm persevering with it rather than it being a good option. Number 9 for me was the Louis Vuitton loop bag. Now this, number 8 I think, was the Louis Vuitton loop bag. Now this would probably go with any loop bags. This was so annoying, it drove me mad. Had a strap which I thought was going to work fabulously, and it had the cute shape and it was black denim, and I thought with my leather jacket, I'm on to a winner. Had a silver chain hanging across it. Annoying. If you're getting in and out of it, the chain in the way, as much as I love the look of a chain that hangs across a bag, is annoying and gets in the way. The biggest annoyance with this bag though was the shape of the loop. Because it was curved like this, getting the zip up and down it drove me mad. I wore the bag once and that was enough. And I wore it for a very short period of time. Just getting in and out of it, to put that zip up, to get your things in, to zip it back up, the zip stuck, did not work for me. And I think any bag that's that type of shape and the zip is in that type of shape, try it on first, because it drove me mental. And I think it's something to be aware of on a crossbody bag. It's not the easiest to use, it's not the easiest to get in and out of, and it had that chain hanging in front of it. And another one that ties into this is number 9, or whatever number we're on, is the Chanel Gabrielle bag. This had lots of chains and I had the strap on mine that was meant to make it be able to be worn whichever way you wanted, and especially crossbody because it had all the chains. All the chains get in the way. The strap gets in the way. Trying to get it to sit right, trying to move the chains, trying to change the strap get awkward. And if you're going for ease of use, and also when you're adding a lot of chains on and the straps on, it adds weight. The Chanel Gabrielle, I paid for the big thick strap because I loved it and I could never wear it because it was too heavy. Back to the shoulder problem I'm telling you about. It ached almost instantly. So if you're looking at a bag, the Croissant bag would fall into this as well, which has a stunning big chain on it. Any bag that has that embellishment with the chains and the straps, think about the weight and think about moving them out of the way if they're crossbody to get in and out of the bag. I think this is almost turning into the ultimate crossbody bag guide rather than just the best and worst crossbody bags. The last one I want to mention quickly on the worst crossbody bags was the Chanel Trendy. Lambskin, hit the corners, too big, too bulky, wore it crossbody, stuck out, bit like the bucket bags we were talking about, and when you got it had compartments inside it, so you had the same problem that you couldn't just get the things in and out of it. The opening of it made it awkward, the flap. This was an awkward bag crossbody. Also, if you're buying the original size, the strap length is quite short and it's not detachable, it sits quite high. I used this once and sold it, didn't work for me at all. Flip side of that is they've brought out a mini version, which is on my wish list. It's still going to have all those annoyances. It still has a top handle, which is going to sit. It still has the compartments on the inside, so it's not going to be easy to get your things in and out. It's going to be smaller, so it's going to be less space, but less bulky. I'm going to get over all that for the mini version because it's that beautiful, and the length of the crossbody strap is much better, sits much better, but it's not going to be easy to use either. And it's lambskin, you're going to have to watch the corners. There's going to be a top handle sticking into it. It's still going to be the same way to open it. You're going to have those compartments. So just bear that in mind if you're looking at a bag that is that or like that. Now, after all of my hate on those bags, I actually do have some on the best crossbody side. And the first one is the Chanel Mini. This is a fabulous crossbody bag. There's no top handle in the way. It's one compartment. It's easy to use. The only thing I will say about this is if you go for the traditional mini, it only has the 2 grommets, so it is not detachable. The length is what it is, so the length would need to work for you in whatever way it is. If I wear a leather version of this for even a short period of time, my shoulder will ache, and it's a mini bag. I can wear the sequins slightly longer because it's lighter. The leather bag of this, I will have to, after a while, take off me and carry. So that is just something to be aware of, that even though it's mini and it looks like you could wear this for days and days and days. Now, not everybody's going to have an old shoulder injury like I do, but if you're anyway prone to getting sore and aching from wearing bags, this is not something that you can just wear for the full day or the full weekend and not worry about. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff in here. I even have contact lenses in here. Where was I taking you? I don't really know. Anyway, oh, there's money as well. Oh, anyway, back on topic, Amelia. But these are great. They don't fit a lot. They're mini bags. Obviously, bear that in mind if you're thinking about what you're buying. You can't, if you buy the reissue or some of the seasonal bags, they will have 4 grommets, so you do have the option to put it on your shoulder. But fabulous bags, and one of my favourite crossbody bags, just apart from that weight issue with the leather, but they're so easy to use, so hands-free, and for me, mini bags hold the essentials that I need, but if you need a lot more, it's not fitting in there. Another version like that is the Fendi mini baguette. Now, I don't have a mini baguette, but I have a baguette, and I'm going to say that this is a great crossbody bag. I wear this a lot crossbody. It does have this top handle, but you can take it off. When I wear this crossbody, I don't bother taking it off because it sits down the back of it and it doesn't annoy me. The only thing I will say about wearing these crossbody is you don't have to. But for me, I had to buy my own strap. The strap that comes with this crossbody is not a good length. It's not. And the midi version of the Fendi baguette is not detachable. The strap's a really bad length on that as well, in my opinion. You can't take it off. At least on this one, you can take the one that comes with it off. I have never worn the strap that comes with this on this, and I've worn this bag crossbody a few times, but I always wear this strap. So it is a great crossbody option if you're prepared to also spend the extra money on this, or if you don't mind the strap that comes with it. You can take this off and you can attach the strap that comes with it to this and lengthen the strap by this amount. I don't like the look of that. You can do it and put it round the back and you're not going to see it. I didn't like it, so I bought this strap. If you can get around that strap length issue, this is a really good option as a crossbody bag. Easy to get in and out of. It's all one space in there. It actually holds quite a lot of things that you can just throw into it. I've had this out on nights out. I've had it to a wedding. I've had it out for dinner, and I was able to carry, I take this to the cinema, even though it's sparkly, and I was able to get my contraband sweets in it. Great bags, good crossbody, just if you can get around that strap issue. Next bag I think is a great crossbody bag is the Celine Triomphe, or one of the contemporary versions of this. Now I have the Atelier Auguste. I use this to work. It's so easy to use. I just put everything in there. I don't have a liner and it's still really clean, even though I'm throwing things in, and the magnet on it is really strong. I like that. There's also the Demilia version of this as well, the Vancouver I think it's called. I'll link these down below. These are a much more affordable version. The Triomphe is iconic. I love the clasp of the Triomphe. Just for me, a black crossbody bag for work, I didn't really want to spend the price of the Celine version, and I don't think I would really wear it outside of the work setting, although I really like that noise. But I think they're great, really easy to use. Just, they look classic, they're slim. Like for a work bag, I use this regularly. It's just such a good bag. Any of those versions, and there are different sizes in them depending how much you need to carry. Any of those are great crossbody bags, I think. I think that they do exactly what they say on the tin. They work well, they're sleek looking, they don't stick out, they're slim. Good option. Number 4, as an alternative to the Chanel Classic Flap, is a Chanel seasonal bag, but it depends on the seasonal bag. This is light because it is sequins, it's not leather lined. It's fabric, isn't it? Yes, it's fabric lined. So this is much lighter, and the strap drop of this works perfectly for me. So this one for me is, this is my, probably, I was going to say my favourite bag. It's one of my favourite bags, and it has been for a while. Chanel seasonal bags are great options. That smaller, no you can't see it now. That was unfortunate. Smaller Chanel sequins bag is also a seasonal bag, also a great crossbody bag, really light. That has the 4 grommets, but it's easy to wear crossbody. You can get seasonal bags from Chanel, better prices, lighter, and better strap drops than what you can get the Classic Flap for. I think if I was going to buy another Classic Flap, it would have to be Preloved, and it would be with the sole intention of getting the chain lengthened. One thing I will say is you need to try them on. The Christmas jumper bag down there that we all discovered is my mother's least favourite bag in my room needs the strap extended. Even though it's a seasonal bag, the strap length is the same as the Classic Flap. Doesn't work for me, it needs to be longer. But a Chanel seasonal bag is a really good option of a fabulous crossbody bag. I think this bag is just, as much as for me it's the sequins on this, it's so easy to wear. It's light, it fits so much because it's that bit bigger than the mini. And this, for me, has been one of my best buys, I think, probably ever. Louis Vuitton Speedies. Great crossbody bags, apart from... I want you to be well informed. This one is great, I think, because it's so soft. This is the P9, so it's also ridiculously expensive. But the leather in this is so soft, it makes it smooch to your body a lot. It's flat, it goes in, it's light. So this doesn't have the same annoyances as some of the others. I did have an Impractical Speedy 25 that I ended up selling, regret selling it, but anyway, that's a different story. One of the things I didn't like about it is it was stiff and it stuck out. Impractical leather is not as soft as this. Same as the canvas versions, I don't like how much they stick out unless you can beat them in. So I do think the Speedies are great crossbody bags so long as you buy the bandolier version. I do think though some of the fabrics or leathers in them can stick out and be boxier than others. I think you need to just bear that in mind and try it on. Another thing to be aware of the Speedy is that the zip doesn't come down the side. So the zip only opens at the top. Sometimes it can feel like the zip is attacking your hand as you go in and out, and you can't zip it down to give you that much more space and make it easier to open. So if you're looking at a Speedy shape type bag, some of the other options like the Dior Groove, although when I tried that on I also thought it stuck out too much. The leather was stiff in that and I didn't like it. But the Gucci version, the Dior version, I think the zip comes down the side and that does make it easier to open. So if you're looking for this style of a crossbody bag, think about that and think about the fabric and how boxy it was going to be. Just while I'm saying boxy, because it's come into my head, the Chanel boy bag, I didn't like it because it was too boxy. I thought it looked like a rectangle brick on the side of me when I wore it crossbody. That's another one to be aware of. The Chanel boy bag also, my hair got caught in the little strap on it and it was hard to turn the chain around. I know we're meant to be on the best side. Speedy is one of the best in my opinion, But I've just remembered the boy and wanted to tell you about that because we're trying to be all inclusive here. But this is a great one. And I think the Speedies are really good options. If you don't buy this, they're also not the worst price point for luxury bags. Just be aware of the opening on the zip and the material or the fabric that you go for. Next on the best side is the Loewe squeeze bag, and I said I wouldn't buy one of these, and we've laughed and we have howled about this bag and what it gets called on I think I did a reel of my ugliest bags and this was one of them. But it's so good crossbody. It just molds to your body. You can change the length of it to sit to you. It's flat. The leather's great. I love the way this shape, although it has caused us a giggle or two, molds into your body and follows the curve of your body. This, although also has had some good descriptions, but this is so soft. This on your shoulder really helps with the weight of this bag. I can wear this bag probably longer than I can wear some of the leather Chanel minis because that takes so much of the pressure off it. And the leather is so soft in this bag and so malleable. It fits a huge amount. It opens, you throw your stuff in. Now mine is the small, you can get a bigger one if you need more stuff. You're not trying to play with the compartments. This bag, as much as it should have been obvious, Amelia, but was revolutionary to me with two small children, how useful a bigger crossbody bag is. That's quite light, that has that padding. I can throw all my stuff in. I've had juices in this, tablets in this, as in the boys' tablets that they play. So much in this. I think this is a really, really good option of a crossbody bag and doesn't need to be the squeeze. Any bag you're looking at that has that padding, has that shape, is a big open space, although things can get a bit lost. Fits to your body, follows the curve of your body, is going to be a good option. The last one for a best crossbody bag that I want to touch on slightly is the Chanel 19. And I say slightly because it gets heavy. It gets really heavy. I struggled to wear it for any length of time. This chains on it, although I thought looked really well, obviously added to the weight on it. And it did really pull on my shoulder. Also, the chain on it is not detachable, so you're stuck with the length that it is. But I did think it was a great crossbody bag, only the weight was a bit too much for me. It did have the chain that formed that looked like a handle. You could carry it by the handle. I loved that detail, thought that detail looked fabulous. The flip side of that is it adds to the weight, but I thought the Chanel 19 as a Chanel version was a really good crossbody bag, very functional, comes in some really good colours, and I just wanted to include it to be thorough because I do think it's a really good option. So this has been a rundown over all of my bags and experience in bag buying of the best and the worst crossbody bags. I think it's probably turned into a bit of a crossbody handbag guide with all of the different things to look out for on the pluses and on the negatives. I hope it's been useful for you and I hope that it's given you some insight into buying these bags. Also, thank you to Bob and Brad for my new toy, which has been keeping me company over the last month. If you do get any of the aches and pains that I get, this is really, really good. They have given me a discount code, which I will link down below in the description box. I will link the product down below in the description box as well. And I love it. I think it's great. Thank you to them for sending this to me. It's very much appreciated. Thank you to this for watching this. If you have enjoyed it in any way or found it informative, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care and I will see you again in the next one.